let's get stuck in some more of these links, because there have been some very credible links to Milos Kerkez from a very credible Hungarian outlet. So this piece here, as per Hungarian Football Extra, or Hun Football Extra, says M4 Sport confirmed that Liverpool's interest in Milos Kerkez is true. Liverpool have now apparently asked for permission from Bournemouth to enter preliminary talks with Kerkez over a move to Anfield. Another Hungarian report has come out to say one of Hungary's most reliable networks, M4 Sport, has now confirmed Anfield Watch's exclusive about Liverpool entering preliminary talks with Milos Kerkez. Very interesting, would be a great move if Liverpool can pull it off. So we know that Richard Hughes would have a communication channel to Kerkez and his representatives from obviously being part of the team that brought him in to Bournemouth. So on this one, as each day goes by, it does feel more and more and more like the hype around Liverpool trying to sign Milos Kerkez is growing. Now, of course, I'm waiting to hear from Mr. David Lynch on this, and I'm still trying to pin him down for a show, for an interview over the next couple of days. So when we get that in the books, I'll let you know. But I'm feeling more and more optimistic about this one. Now, what I don't know is when. So right now, I would say it's unlikely, looking at the situation that we have with Robbo and with Costas, that you'd see a third left back being brought in. Surely, if Liverpool's interest in Kerkez is to come to fruition, it would be with us selling somebody. Most likely Costas would be my guess. But I wanted to know your thoughts on it. So, £50 million price tag, and the links continue to grow. Do you think there's credibility to these? And would you be happy with Kerkez coming to Liverpool if we can get the job done? Because we're not the only ones interested in him, by the way. There's other links as well to the likes of, I think, Man United, Chelsea maybe, and a couple of other Premier League clubs. But certainly Liverpool's name is strongly linked in recent times, and every day that goes by, there's more and more to this, and it looks like it's moving along a little bit. So let's wait and see how it pans out. But again, really would love to know your thoughts. What happens to Robbo if we do get Kerkez? So what I would see happening is a mixture of Robbo being played in very specific games and Kerkez then being eventually eked into the role with maybe a view to him starting next season or whatever. I would never be writing off Andy Robertson. I think Robbo still has a part to play at Liverpool. I hope Arne Slot's right and we're just not seeing a fully fit Andy Robertson is the reason why we're not getting the same performances we know Robbo's capable of. Who is Kerkez? So he's a Hungarian defender, plays for Bournemouth. That's pretty much all I can tell you. Came into the Premier League, doing really well, has caught the interest of lots and lots of clubs, and certainly is the calibre of player we should be looking at. But though there are a few left backs I wouldn't mind at the club, he's one of them. Obviously, De Kuiper, as I said before, at Club Bruges, and ENQUIRIES, I wouldn't say no to either. I'm very easy on these things, though. I just want whoever the manager wants, because ultimately the manager's going to live and die by his decisions with regards to his job. So I want, if the manager says I want X and Y, I want the club to go out and get X and Y. Joshua said, Craig, do you think Kerkez is the right choice for left back? I want whoever the manager wants. Like, of course, we would all have our own preferences, but I'm not arrogant enough to think that my idea of who should be the right left back is more in tune with what we need than Arne Slot's. So I'm happy to bow down to whatever the manager wants to do at left back. I can understand the links to Kerkez. I can understand the links to ENQUIRIES, and I would be happy with either. But I'm very simple in football. I want what the manager wants, because the manager is ultimately going to be the one that either succeeds or fails with these decisions. So if Arne wants Kerkez, then I want the club to get him Kerkez. Is Kerkez a step up from Robbo and Tsimikas? Well, it's difficult to say entirely because he's 21, so he's not the finished product. But he's certainly piquing enough interest from enough top clubs that the guy must have, enough about him to have these clubs chasing him. So, who knows? But I think I can understand that link, is what I would say.